Assalamu alaikum, class 9 students. Welcome to YouTube classes of Alida National School. Today we will discuss the chapter number 6, lines and angles. So, lines and angles we have already discussed the earlier part of lines and angles, and today we will discuss the later part of lines and angles. So, lines and angles, after the exercise 6.1, the 6.2, so before 6.2 you have to seek a pre-knowledge of the concepts of this geometry chapter. The concept is parallel lines and transversal. So, what is the relation between parallel lines and transversal? These things is very conceptual, and these things you must have to keep your depth knowledge in this chapter, because this lines and concept is related to every chapter, triangles, quadrilaterals, circles, etc., whatever. Now, parallel lines, if two lines goes on the same, making same distance, they are going way. So, this is the parallel lines. So, these two lines are parallel lines, and if one line cuts these two lines, then this is called transversal. So, whenever a pair of parallel lines is cutting by a transversal, we will get 8 angles. Suppose this one is the angle, 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 this angle, this. So, by naming this, if we name this, then suppose this angle is, this line is M, this is N, and transversal is L, and here we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 angles. So, now what is the relation between these 8 angles? So, this is in your book page number 121. Carefully you see, first is a corresponding angles. Corresponding angles is angle 1 and angle 5. Number 2, angle 2 and angle 6. Number 3, angle 4 and angle 8. And number 4, angle 3 and angle 7. These things are in your book page number 121. You look this picture, and after that you see it. Corresponding angle, first one is corresponding angles. Corresponding angles is this 1 angle and this 5 angle. This 1 and 5 is corresponding, 2 and 6 is corresponding. Similarly, 4 and this one is not 7, this is 7 and this is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Then first one is corresponding angle. Corresponding angle is angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 4 and angle 8, and angle 3 and angle 7. Now, B is alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Alternate angles is alternate. You look alternate. So, this 4 and this 6 alternate, angle 4 and angle 6, and then angle 3 and angle 5, angle 3 and angle 5, alternate interior angles. These things are in your book, page number 121. From there you see, first one is corresponding angles. How many corresponding angles are there? 4 pairs are there, angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, number 3 angle 4 and angle 8, and number 4 is angle 3 and angle 7, and then alternate interior angles. Alternate angle is angle 4 and angle 6, alternate, and 3 and 5. And number C is alternate. This is interior. This is interior. It means inside. And C is alternate exterior angle. Alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angles. Alternate exterior angle is angle 1 and angle 7. This is outside. Angle 1 and alternate angle 1 and 7, and 2 angle 2 and angle 8. Angle 2 and angle 8. This is outside. So first one is corresponding angles. Second one is alternate interior angles, and third one is alternate exterior angles. Besides this, the last is most important. The last is most important, and this is last one is number D, interior angles on the same side of transversal. Alternate interior angles on the same side of transversal, on the same side of here you see this angle 4 and 5, same side of transversal, and angle 3 and 6. So angle 1, angle 4 and 5, and number 2 angle 3 and 6, angle 3 and 6. This is the most important. Interior angles on the same side of transversal, 2 pair are there, angle 4 and angle 5, angle 3 and 6, and the sum of these two interior angles will be 180. This angle 4 plus angle 5 will be 180, and this angle 3 plus angle 6 will be 180. This is the most important. The interior angles on the same side of the transversal, and sum of this will be 180. So before starting the sum of 6.2, we have to know these things very sincerely. Now we move on exercise 6.2, and exercise 6.2 is you see in the figure 6.28, find the values of x and y, and then show that AB parallel to CD. So as I am earlier saying that before starting the geometrical sum, you first draw the diagram, and after that whatever given in the questions you write those things, and whatever not given you think about this, how can we find this, by applying the concepts. So number 1 is first you draw the figure. Exercise 6.2. Exercise 6.2. First you draw the figure. here AB and CD given, and we are drawing this one is NP, and then this one is 50-degree angle, this is L, and this is X, and this one is M, Y, and this is given 130-degree. So this is about the diagram. So what given in the question? Solution. Since ray AL stands on the line NP, so angle ALN plus angle ALP, what is this? ALN, this angle, and ALP, this angle. So these two angles will be how much? These two angles will be 180-degree. Reason is, in the 6.1 we have seen this is called linear pair of axiom. Linear pair of axiom. So this is given, ALN is given 50 plus this one is X is equal to 180. So X is equal to 180 minus 50. So 180 minus 50 is 130 degree. So X will find out works 30 degree. If it is 130 degree, now Y will be, Y is what? Y is angle, Y is angle CMP. Y is equal to angle CMP, because why it is CMP? Because vertically opposite angles, this Y and this 130, this Y is, this is first of all we can write this is angle LMD is equal to angle CMP is equal to this, because it is vertically opposite angle, vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles, and it is given 130. So our Y is 130. So this X will find X is equal to 130, Y is also 130. Now you see this X is 130, you give it is number 1, and Y is also 130, you give it is number 2, equation number 2, equation number 1, and then from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2 we have X is equal to Y, and X is equal to Y, but they are alternate interior angles, but they are alternate interior angles. So, as this is alternate interior angles, so they are equal. So, they are equal, and if they are equal, then the two lines AB we can say, then hence AB parallel CD. Complete. AB parallel CD. So, now we will move on question number 2. So, you see question number 2 is in figure 6.29, if AB parallel CD, CD parallel EF and Y is to Z is equal to 3:7, find X. So, as earlier I am saying, first you draw the diagram. So, here first we are drawing diagram. First we are doing diagram. Number 2 is here 3 lines are given. One is AB, and then CD, and then EF, and one transversal is given, and this given X, and this angle is Y, and this angle is Z. So, solution what given? Solution given, you see AB parallel CD, and CD is also parallel EF. So, first line is parallel to second line, and second line is parallel to third line. So, as first line is parallel to second line and second line is parallel to third line, so we can say AB is equal to, so AB parallel to EF. Reason is what? Lines parallel to the same line, lines parallel to the same line, lines parallel to the same line are parallel to each other, So, and given, and also given in question X is equal to Z. Why X is equal to Z? As this line is parallel to this, and this angle and this angle. So, these two angles are what type of angle? You remember your concept of parallel lines and transversal. So, this is alternate. So, this is alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. This one you give question number 1. So, X is equal to Z, and we are given in the question Y is to Z is equal to 3:7. So, Y is to Z is 3:7. So, in place of Z we can put X. X is 3:7. Now, Y by X is 3:7. So, Y by X is equal to 3:7 is equal to, we may write K, say, then Y will be thrice K and X will be 7K. Clear? Now, Y and Z, you see Y and Z. So, X plus Y is what? X plus Y. This X and this Y. These are what type of angle? You see, these are alternate interior angles on the same side of transversal, our point number 4 of parallel lines and transversal concept. So, we can write x plus y is equal to x plus y is equal to x plus x. Now x plus y is equal to how much? 180 degree. Reason is what? Consecutive interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary means 180 degree. Supplementary means 180 degree. So x plus y is 180 degree and x is how much? 7k. So 7k plus thrice k is equal to 180 degree. So implies 10k is equal to 180 degree. Then k is equal to 180 degree by 10. 0 0 cancel. This is 18. So k is 18 and as k is 18, so as k is 18, so x is equal to, how much? 7 into x is equal to 7 into 18. 7 18 is what? 7 8 is a 56, 6 carry 5, 7 1 is 7 and 5 12, 126. So this is x is 126 answer. If you go conceptually, then it is very easy. First thing is what? You have to do diagram and then whatever given in the question you write these things, and whatever not given in the question but to be found, you look at this and what the concept behind this chapter, you mind up this and applying this you can solve easily. Okay. Then question number 3. Question number 3 is in the figure 6.30, if AB parallel CD, EA parallel perpendicular CD and angle GED is 126 degree, find angle AGE, GEF and FGE. No matter, first we draw the diagram. So number 3 diagram is AB, a line AB, and then CD and EF and then GF and then GE line, and this is 90 degree. So what is given in the question? Solution, you write AB parallel CD given AB parallel CD and GE is transversal. G is transversal. So angle AGE, this angle AGE will be equal to GED, this angle GED. Why it is AGE is GED and GED is given how much? GED is given 126. So is equal to 126 degree. Why this is equal? Because alternate angles. So implies angle AGE is 126. Now you see GED we are finding 126, and GED is what? This is a combination of two angles, and two angles is what? Angle GEF plus angle FED is equal to 126, and as this is EF is perpendicular to GED, so this angle is 90 degree, this angle is 90 degree. So in place of FED we are putting 90, angle GEF plus 90 is equal to 126. So angle GEF will be 126 minus 90 is 6, and this is 12 minus 9 is 3. So this is 36. So GEF is 36 degree. So GEF is 36 degree, and here FED is 90 degree. Reason is what? Reason, as since EF perpendicular CD, so angle FED will be 90 degree. Will be 90 degree. Now angle GEF comes out, it is 36 degree. Now again you see, again angle AGE plus angle FGE. Look at the picture. AGE, this angle, and FGE, this angle, this angle. This angle is what? This is a straight line, and these two angles are linear pair of axiom. So this will be is equal to 180 degree. Reason is what? Linear pair of axiom. So this one is 180 degree, and already this one is given. AG is, we are finding earlier 126, and then FGE is equal to 180 degree. So angle FGE will be 180 minus 126. Now 180 minus 20 is 10 minus 6 is 4, and this 7 carry 1, then 8 minus 1 7, 7 minus 2 is 5, 54. So this is find out 54. So this one is the answer. If you draw the picture and whatever given in the question, you write these things first and applying the concept, then it's very easy. You will not never forget. Otherwise, it is very tough. Remember it. Now question number 4. Question number 4, you see in the figure 6.31, if PQ is parallel ST and angle PQR is equal to 110 degree and RST is 130 degree, and figure is given, and then hints is given. Hints is what? Draw a line parallel to ST through point R. So as earlier, here first you draw the figure. So number 4 is, we are drawing first figure, and by drawing figure, whatever the question given, you see that thing, and whatever not given, you see about these things, and applying the concept of this chapter, you find out this. So here PQ and one curved line is here, and then RM it is not given, we are drawing, it is imaginary, and then this ST, and this angle is given 130, and this is given 1 1 0 is given. And so as earlier given PQ parallel ST and given what? PQR is 110 degree and angle RST is given 130 degree. So here this imaginary line, this is not in the actual figure, so this is constructed. So we are writing here construction. Construction is what? We draw a line, RH is drawn, RM is drawn parallel to ST. Now you see ST parallel RM, ST parallel RM and SR is transversal. So we can write angle TSR, this angle plus angle SRM is SRM, this angle. You see, this line is parallel to this line and this is same side on the transversal, two angles are there. So this sum will be 180 degree. Reason is sum of the adjacent angles, sum of adjacent angles on the same side of transversal here transversal is 180 degree, transversal is here space is limited, so I am writing sum of adjacent angles on the same side of transversal is 180 degree. So this sum of the two angles is 180 degree and this angle is given 130. So angle TSR, so implies 130 plus angle SRM is equal to 180. So implies SRM will be 180 minus 130. 180 minus 130 is 50. So this is to give equation number 1. So angle SRM is find out 180. Again you see, again you see PQ parallel ST and ST parallel RM. So we can say PQ is parallel to RM. So angle PQR this angle and angle QRM this will be what? This will be again alternate angles. So these three angles will be same. So again PQ parallel ST and ST parallel RM, and so we can write PQ is parallel to RM and PQ is parallel to RM. So angle PQR will be angle QRM. Why? Because alternate angles, and we know alternate angles are same. So 110, this is given 110, this angle PQR. So PQR is 110 is equal to QRM. This we can, this is in picture, you see this is a combination of two triangles, and triangles are what? One angle is QRS plus another angle is SRM, this angle and this angle, these two angles, and the combination of two angles is QRM. So 110 plus angle QRS plus angle SRM is what? SRM is already found out. This is 50. So angle QRS we can write 110 minus 50, and 110 minus 50 is 60. So two angles find out. This is our answer. Clear? Now question number 5. Question number 5 is like earlier in figure 6.32, if parallel AB parallel CD and angle APQ is equal to 50 degree and angle PRD is 127 degree, find X and Y. So as earlier we have to draw figure first. Now I am erasing this. And first of all I am drawing figure. Figure is question number 5. Here AB, and then CD, two parallel lines. In between one triangle is there, and name of the triangle is QPR, and this angle is given 127, and this angle is given 50, and this is given X, and this one given Y, and we have to find out X and Y. So if you look the picture very carefully, then you see this line CD and this AB is parallel. So this angle and this angle is alternating angles. So if this one is 50, so this X will be 50. Clear? Then this one is 50, and this one is a combination of linear pair of axiom. So linear pair of axiom will be 180. So 180 minus 127, we can find out this angle. So this plus this will be 180, because sum of the three angles of a triangle is 180. So by this we can find out X and Y very easily. Now you see solution. AB parallel CD, and transversal is what? AB parallel CD, and PR is transversal. So angle PRD will be angle APR. Why? It is alternate interior angles, and this is given as implies angle APR is given what? APR is 127, as because angle PRD is 127, angle is 127 is equal to APR. So APR is 127 degree, because PRD is given, PRD is equal to 127 given 127 it is given. So it is APR is 127. Now APR is a combination 127, and APR is a combination of, you see, this 50 plus Y. APR APR will be equal to angle APQ plus angle QPR. So we can write 127 is equal to angle, this one is given how much, 50, equation 50 plus y. So y is equal to 127 minus 50. 127 minus 50 is, as here written, APQ. APQ is given 50, it is given in the question. So y is equal to 7 minus 0 is 7 and 12 minus 5 is 7. So y, find out, this is 77. So y is 77. So if y is 77 and now x is what, then x will be, as I am already saying, this line is parallel to AB parallel to CD, AB parallel to CD, and PR is transversal. So we can write angle APQ. Angle APQ will be equal to angle APQ is equal to PQR, and APQ is given in the question 50. So since this one is 50, so 50 is equal to PQR. So PQR is equal to 50, and PQR is nothing but x. So x is equal to 50. So x is equal to 50. So this is another answer. So x and y is coming out 77 and x is 50. Now the question number 6. Question number 6 is actually it is depend on the concept of some light conception needed. So okay, we read the question. In figure 6.33, PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. An incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at B. The reflected ray moves along with the path BC and strikes mirror RS at C and again reflects back along CD. Prove that AB parallel CD. So in this chapter, one light conception needed. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. I am just drawing the figure here. Question number 6. Question number 6 is, this is AB, and this is, no, this is PQ, and this one is RS, and this is two mirror is that, and this one is another mirror, and then AB, and BC, and this is D. So in these things we have to draw a perpendicular, this one M and this N. So this will be 1, this will be N, and this will be this, and this will be this. So here this angle 1 and angle 2, this is angle 3 and this is angle 4. Here you see in the light conception is needed. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So angle 1 will be angle 2 and angle 3 will be equal to angle 4. Angle 4. Like this we can do angle 1 and equal to angle 2 and angle 2 is equal to angle 3. So angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Angle 4. So and after this 3 plus 4 will be 2, and this angle and this angle and that angle will be the alternate angles A, B, C, this angle, this A, B, C, as because these two are same. So, this angle and this angle will be the same, this angle is alternate angle. So, if it is AB and this is CD is parallel, AB parallel, CD parallel. So this angle is, then CD is called transversal, then CD is called transversal. So, we can say AB parallel to CD. You do this. If you have any problem, you call me. I will be free after 8 p.m. So, if you have any problem, you call me. Okay, now we will start the next concept. Next concept is, you see your page number 128. Page number 128. Page number 128, theorem 1. Page number 128. Page number 128. Theorem 6.7 and 6.8. 6.7 and 6.8. This is the most important. The statement is the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. The sum of angles is 180 degree. Theorem 6.7 and theorem 6.8. This is most important. You see page number 128. These two theorems is needed. So, first one is the sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. It has to be proved. So, probe. Here we are drawing a figure. Figure is a this is a triangle A, B, C, and we are drawing a line here. And this one is D and E, and so this angle is, you see in book it is given in one way, but I am doing in another way. Whatever is the concept, you must know. And there are so many books are there. One S. Chan reference books is there, and another Ariant only one is book is in there, and so many processes are there. So, whatever you like, you do, no matter. Here you see this ABC, angle ABC, this triangle. You see this BC is parallel to then DE. So, this angle and this angle is alternate interior angles. Alternate angle is same, and then C angle, this line is parallel to C. So, this number, this is equal to this angle, and this is third angle. So, you see in a line all the three angles are formed. So, in a straight line the sum will be how much? 180 degree. So, this angle is this angle is nothing but this. So, angle ABC is 180 degree. This is proof. So, we can write here, let solution proof, let ABC be a triangle, we have to prove angle BAC plus angle ABC plus angle ACB is equal to 180 degree. So, construction, what is construction? What we have constructed? We constructed a line DE, a line DE is drawn parallel to BC passing through A. You see a line D is drawn parallel to BC passing through A. Now proof. You see, D is parallel BC, DE is parallel BC, D is parallel BC. So angle ABC is equal to angle DAB, and angle ACB is equal to angle EAC. Reason is what? Alternate angles. Alternate angles. Clear? Now upper portion I am erasing. Now angle DAB plus angle BAC plus angle EAC will be how much? 180, because angles on a line. So this is nothing but angle ABC plus angle BAC is remain, and this is nothing but angle ACB is equal to 180 degree. So this is proved. So angles, sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. These things you have known earlier, but in class 9 it has to be proved. This theorem is important on the point of your exam. Now theorem 6.8. Theorem 6.8 is what? Theorem 6.8 is, I am erasing this one. Theorem 6.8. Theorem 6.8 is if a side of a triangle is produced, if a side of a triangle is produced, the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. This is not given freshly in textbook, and this is not given also, and I am doing it. You see, we draw a triangle ABC, and this line, a line is extended, this line is extended to D, then this extended angle will be the sum of opposite two interior angles. This will be the plus of these two angles, opposite interior angles. This we have to be proof. So proof is proof. So you write proof. Let ABC be a triangle. Let ABC be a triangle, and angle, as we are drawing, angle ACD is exterior, EXTERIOR, exterior angle, and we have to prove what? We have to prove this exterior angle ACD is equal to angle CBA plus angle CBA plus angle CAB. These two plus these two Now, proof. Angle ACD and ACB. Angle ACD and ACD, this angle, ACD and angle ACB, this angle, ACB form a linear pair, So sum of these two, angle ACD plus angle ACB will be 180. So this one you give. Now question number 1. Now from the figure we are giving what? From the figure we are giving, because sum of triangles from the figure, from figure angle ABC plus angle ACB plus angle BAC is 180 degree. This is number 2. So from 1 and 2 we are getting what? From 1 and 2 we are getting angle ABC plus angle ACB plus angle BAC is equal to angle ACD plus angle ACB. So ACB is here, it is cancelled. So we are getting angle ABC plus angle BAC is equal to angle ACD. So just reversing we are writing. So angle ACD is equal to angle ABC plus BAC, proved. So these two theorems are very important. These two theorems you have to prove, and by using these two theorems we will do the sum of exercise 6.3. So exercise 6.3 you see in your page number 130. In your page number 130, exercise 6.3, in figure 6.31, this is three figures are given. One given for 6.31, one figure given for 6.40. This is question number 2. Another given for 6.41. This is question number 3. So first of all, we do the question number 1. The question number 1 is, first of all we have to draw the figure. Question is in figure 6.39. If PQ and QR of triangle PQ are produced to points S and T respectively, and angle SPR is equal to 135 and PQT is equal to 110, then find PRQ. So first of all we have to draw the figure. First of all we have to draw the figure. Exercise 6.3. Exercise 6.3. Exercise 6.3. We draw the figure. This P Q R and this is T. This is given 110 and this is given 135. This one is S and we have to find out. So whatever given in the question, you write the first things first. In the question given, sides of QP and RQ of triangle PQR are produced to points points S and T and given angle SPR is equal to 135 and PQT given 110 and we have to find PRQ. This is question mark, this is we have to find. So you see, by looking at the picture, you see angle SPR is equal to angle RPQ, SPR plus angle RPQ plus SPR, this angle plus angle RPQ, this angle. So this two angle is what? 180. Why it is 180? Because it is linear pair. It is linear pair. So linear pair. So it is given 135 plus angle RPQ is equal to 180. So it is given 135. So angle RPQ is equal to 180 minus 135. 180 minus 135 is 10 minus 5 is 5 and this is 8 minus 1 is 7 and 7 minus 3 is 4. So it is 45. So giving it question number 1. So it is equation number 1, 45 degree. Again you see, again
Hello student, welcome to
again angle PQT plus angle PQR. You see figure PQT this and PQR this one. So this one is again 180 because linear
today I am going to start chapter number
pair and this is given 110. So 110 plus angle PQR is equal to 180. So angle PQR will be 180 minus 110 is equal to 70. Give it equation number 2. So this is 70. Now you see in triangle PQR. Now you see in triangle PQR.
Hello student.
In triangle
Hello student.
PQR we are getting three angles. Three angles getting what? Angle QPR plus angle PRQ plus angle PQR is equal to 180 degree. And these two things we have find. First one is 45 and second one is 70. We have already found plus angle PQR is equal to 180. So angle PQR will be 180 minus 70 minus 45. 180 minus 70 is this 0 and 5 5 7 4 11 115. So 180 minus 115 is 10 minus 5 is 5 and then 8 minus carry 1 is 7, 7 minus 1 is 6. So this is 65. So answer found out. This is answer is 65. So question number 1 is finished and question number 2 is regarding figure 6.40 and question number 3 is regarding figure 6.41. So now question number 2, you see question number 2 is like earlier. First of all we have to draw the figure. So this is question number 2. The figure is x, y, z, and this one is bisector, this and this. So this point is meaning on O, and this is given. Total is 54, and this angle is given how much? 67. So by question we are writing given angle x is equal to angle 62 degree, and angle xyz is 54, and yo and zo are the bisectors of angle xyz and angle xzy, and we have to find angle OZY and YOZ. So you see it is 62. So if it is 62 and it is the bisector, so this bisector means this one will be how much? So this one will be 62. So 62, if we see, then it will be 27, and this is 62, this is 54. Sum of the whole triangles. So 62 minus 54, this is 180. 180 minus 62 minus 54 will be, and 62 minus 54, the 62 and 54 will be. So 180 minus this, that's on this will be again 64, and 64 portion is, this will be 28, and this will be 64, then will be 32, and this one is 32. Okay, you see the figure. First three angles, this is 54, is the bisector, so this portion is 27. So these triangle x, y, z, this one will be 180 minus, this is 62 minus plus this one is 54. So it is 180 minus 6, 116. So 10 minus 6 is 4, and this 8 minus 7, 7 minus 1 is 6. So it is 64. And 64 bisector, is the bisector, then this will be 32 and this will be 32. Now these things we have to write here. Right? See you in triangle XYZ, angle X plus angle Y plus angle Z will be how much? 180 degree. Reason is what? Sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So this X is given 62, Y is given 54, plus Z is given, Z not given, so it is 180. So angle Z will be 180 minus 62 minus 54 is equal to 180 minus 116 is equal to 64. So if angle Z is 64, then this is bisector. So this will be 32, this will be 32. Now you write now YO and ZO are the bisectors, of angle XYZ and angle XZY. So angle OYZ will be half of angle XYZ is equal to half of 54 is equal to 27, and YOZY will be half of angle XZY, and this is half of XZY. We are finding 64, and half of 64 is 32. So this is one angle is 27, another is 32. Now you see this is another triangle OYZ, and this is 27, this is 32. So from 180, if we minus these two, then we are getting then we are getting YOZ angle. Now in triangle YOZ, this interior angle YOZ, in triangle YOZ, in triangle YOZ, in triangle YOZ, angle YOZ plus angle OZY plus angle YOZ is equal to 180, and this OYZ we are finding 27, and this OZY we are finding 32 plus angle YOZ is equal to 180. Then angle YOZ will be 180 minus 27 minus 32. Then this is YOZ minus 7 to 9, and this is 2, 3 is 5. This is 59 is equal to 10 minus 9 is 1, and this is 8 minus 1 is 7, 7 minus 2 is 2, and this is 1 to 1. So this is the answer. So like this, question number 3, 4, 5 and 6 you can do. If you, due to the shortage of time, we will not done here, but if you have any problem, then my WhatsApp number is 910-150-8505. Another contact number is also myself, 98-544-58912. You can contact in anyone after 8 p.m. If you have any problem, you can send message or you can WhatsApp. I will be with you. So like this, this chapter will be concluded, and if you have any problem, you contact. I will be always with you. Thank you. Goodbye.